Hey, what's up, man? We will continue in the series Giants, Anunnaki, and Folklore. Hope you guys are getting a lot out of this, man. I sure know through my study that I did, man. I learned a lot. That's why the Most High says to study to show thyself approved, man. He tells you to study to show thyself approved. Now you know why he said it, man. Because all the stuff that Hollywood and the churches give you, man, they feeding you a bunch of lies, man. That's what they doing, man. Don't be deceived by all these goddamn lies that they telling you. You know what I'm saying? Don't fall for the okie doke, because that's what they trying to give you, a good old okie doke. And you know, with the Most High, that ain't gonna ride, man. You study to show yourself approved, man. All right, we go to Hebrews chapter 13, verse 2. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained malice unaware. So when the Most High is saying that, man, he's saying, man, you may have entertained a doggone mallet that can be in the form of a human. They can take form like that, man. You don't even know. You could have entertained a mallet the whole time and you don't even know. Let's go to Genesis 18, verse 16. And the man rose up from thence and looked toward Sodom, and Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. And notice Abraham looking at them as men. And Yah said, shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do, seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and the nation of the earth shall be blessed in him. So we see that they're labeled as men. He said, to the men looked. Physical character, they look like men. Man, cut it out. All right. So we go to, let's see, Genesis 19, verse 1 through 2. And there came two Meleks to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom, and Lot seeing them rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. They look like men. It was the same two men that saw Abraham, right? Let's go to verse 2. And he said, behold, now my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet. And ye shall rise up early and go on your ways. And they said, nay, but we abide in the street all night. So this is physical. These Malakim were physical. They can get their feet washed. I told you that before. In verse 3, and he pressed them upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and entered his house. And he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. Again, it gets no clearer than that. They're getting their feet washed. They're eating. Regular things that regular humans do, man. Verse 4. But before they laid down, the men of the city, and they even laying down. These Malaks are even laying down. They could lay down. They didn't get a chance. The men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house around, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. These Sodomites, these queers, these faggots, wanted to commit folly against these Malaks. So evidently they can have sex. And I'm sure when those fallen angels came down, they was doing all kinds of pervertedness. Obviously, you can see they was having sex with the women and creating babies. I'm pretty sure they was doing other things too. You notice sometimes that these Malakim can take the form of like Baphomet, like having male and female sex organs. You know what I'm saying? All right. Verse 10. But the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut the door. Physically grab Lot. They physically grabbed Lot and pulled him into the house. Like physically. Physically. Verse 16. And while he lingered, the men laid a hold upon his hand and upon the hand of his wife and upon the hand of his two daughters, and Yah being merciful unto them, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. It's like physically doing this stuff, man. These Malaks. It's not no spooky spirit stuff, man. These are like physical things. How does Isaiah say? You got a chart of angels. You got seraphim. You got cherubs, which what Lucifer was. You got all kinds of Malaks, man, that serve different things. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 1 verse 5. Ezekiel, there you go. Ezekiel chapter 1 verse 5. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. Likeness of a man. Let's continue reading. And every one had 4 faces, and every one had 4 wings, and their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot, and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass, and they had the hands of a man under their wings on their 4 sides, and they had their faces and their wings. Their wings were joined one to another. They turned not when they went. They went everyone straight forward. As for the likeness of their faces, they 4 had the face of a man, and the face of a lion on the right side, and the 4 had the face of an ox on the left side. They 4 also had the face of an eagle. Now, I don't know about you, man, but when you guys are seeing like Greek mythology and all these kind of weird looking creatures and stuff, this comes from here, man. This comes from here. This is like real. This is real, man. This is what some of these angels look like. These are like beast angels or something like that, man. Let's go to Revelation 4 verse 6 through 7. And before the throne there was a sea of glass like unto crystal. And in the midst of the throne and round about the throne were 4 beasts, full of eyes, before and behind. And the first beast was like a lion. And the second beast like a calf. And the third beast had a face as a man. And the 4th beast was like a flying eagle. Now, I don't know if this is symbolic, but dude, these are like beast angels, man. So when you see sculptures of the Sphinx and see all these things in these cultures, there's more to it than you think, man. They're just not making this up from there itself, man. This stuff came from here. But then there was a derivative going into other religions and other books that came from this originally. Revelation 9 verse 7. And the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle, and on their heads were as it were crowns like gold, and their faces were as the faces of men. They used to tell you back in the day that those are like helicopters and stuff like that. Oh man, you can't pacify this stuff anymore, man. This is real. These Malachim come down. And this is what they either created, or this is what they were. There are certain angels that the Most High made that looks different. Some of them are like angel beast. Some of them are like man beast. But this is no helicopters, man. These are this isn't machinery. This is actual living things. Let's go to Psalm 22, verse 12. Man, y'all just gotta be prepared, dude. Just can't believe everything everybody teaches you. You know, you gotta really look into stuff. No matter how it may seem to you in the flesh, if you think this is the word of God, then you have to believe it. Many bulls have encompassed me. Strong bulls of Bashan have beset me round about. And once again, we're talking about bulls. This is very interesting, man. And that could mean the strength of the people, or once again, it could be literal. It could be very literal. Let's go to Revelation 22, verse 14 through 15. Blessed are they that do this commandments, they that may have right to the tree of life, and may enter through the gates into the cities. For without are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, murderers, idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. So dogs could mean one or two things. It could be like real dogs, or it could be I don't know what it can mean. Just like, if you don't believe in the word, you're like a dog, you know? I don't know. But remember Goliath told David, like, what am I, a dog? So I don't know in that movie, All Dogs Go to Heaven. I don't know if that's true or not. Just a little comic relief right there. But on the serious note, man, this is serious, man. This is like, you know, and you see guys like Egyptian guys like Anubis, who's a half dog, half man. These things are like beast and animal in appearance, man. You see the Sphinx, and you wonder, like, what were the Egyptians thinking? What was going through their brain? Now you know. These fallen Malachim were doing crazy stuff, man. Or they were weird, and people just wanted the weirdness. They just like was fascinated by the weirdness of these Malachim. Alright, let's do the last one. 2 Samuel 23 through 20. 2 Samuel 23 verse 20. 2 Samuel 23 verse 20. And Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man of Kabzeel, who had done many acts, he slew 2 lion-like men of Moab. He went down also and slew a lion in the midst of a pit in time of snow. Lion-like men. Was there strength like a lion? I don't know, man. That's your call. Comment on the bottom what you think. But lion like men. That's why when you see cartoons sometime, man, cartoons, they're like for kiddies and stuff, but you gotta watch, man. You gotta watch where they get this stuff from. Can this creator, how can this creator of this cartoon get, even think of something like that? Bible is saying all that stuff, man. Like I said, it's written down in different books and different cultures, but all is a derivative from this, man. And the book of Joshua and Enoch gives you even more. All right, man. This is good stuff. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Okay, shalom.